boys and girls. It's time for another bedtime story by me, Gammy, or Great Aunt Mary. The name of this story is from another part of the world. This is a story from Colombia. That's in South America. And the name of this story is called Biblioburro. And it's by Jeanette Winter. She's another children's author. Okay, here we go. Biblioburro. Deep in the jungles of Colombia, there lives a man who loves books. His name is Luis. As soon as he reads one book, he brings another. Soon the house is filled with books. His wife, Diana, grumbles. What are we going to do? Eat books with our rice? Luis thinks long and hard. At last an idea pops into his head. I can bring my books into the faraway hills to share with those who have none. And he gets on his donkey or his burro, and he creates a little library, and the word biblio means library. That's why the name of the book is called Biblioburro, or Library Donkey. Luis buys two sturdy little burros. He names them Alpha and Beto. He builds crates to hang on their backs, and paints signs, Biblioburro, the burro library. Then Diana fills the crates with books. And there she is, putting the books in the crates. Luis and Alpha and Beta set off across the countryside to faraway villages in the lonely hills. This week, they traveled to El Tormento. When the sun burns high in the sky, Luis and the burros stop at a stream to drink the cool water. After they have their fill, Beto balks. Balks means he's like cranky. He doesn't want to go anywhere or do anything. Luis pulls and pulls on Beto's reins, but Beto won't budge. The children are waiting for us, he's telling Beto. Deep in the hills, the path is lonelier than ever. Bird songs are the only sounds they hear. Then from deep in the shadows, a bandit leaps out. You know, a bandit is like a robber. Please let us pass, Luis says. The children are waiting. The bandit scowls at the books. That means he frowns at them. But he takes one and growls. Next time, I want silver. And you know, silver is what Mommy might wear around her neck or have a ring or jewelry, which is a bracelet. And sometimes it's made out of silver. So there goes Beto and Alpha with Luis down the hill. The Biblioburro continues on its way over the hills until at last Luis sees houses below. The children of El Tormento run to meet him. Luis insists on reading a story before they choose books to borrow. Today I have a surprise for you, he says. He reaches behind the books and pulls out a bundle of masks. Little piglets. Put on a mask and I'll read you a tale about pigs. Look, there's the masks. He wants them all to wear them. So here's the picture. He's reading the story about pigs. And look, they all have masks on. And they seem like they're really enjoying this story. When the story ends, it's time for everyone to choose a book. The children hold their books close as they say goodbye and walk home. Look at the smiles on all their faces. They're getting to read, which is what you're doing. You're reading. Even though I'm saying the words, you're looking at them. Luis and Alpha and Beto head back over and around the hills. Yeah, look at, and there's birds. Look at those birds. And look at, there's a lizard on the ground. Little houses. There's the sun. Across the grasslands and streams and into the sunset. See, now it's nighttime, so they're going to go home, and the sun is starting to sink down into the earth. And here we are, the nighttime scene. See the sky with all the stars in it? At home, Luis feeds his hungry burros, and Diana feeds her hungry husband. But then instead of sleeping, Luis picks up his book and reads deep into the night. And there he is reading while Diana is sound asleep. And even the burros are sleeping. And far away in the hills, candles and lanterns burn. And the children read borrowed books deep into their night. And look at that, there's like a butterfly on the moon. So you see, boys and girls. Oh, wait, hold on, one more page. People around here love stories. I am trying to keep that spirit alive in my own story, says Luis Soriana. Biblioburro is based on a true story of Luis Soriana, who lives in La Gloria, a remote town in northern Colombia. An avid reader, Luis understands the transformative power of reading because of his experiences as a school teacher. So see, Luis used to be a school teacher. And when they say transformative power, that means when you're reading, sometimes you kind of get lost in your book and you travel in your mind to where that book is being read. Right now, as I'm reading this, I'm thinking of Colombia must be full of the jungle and houses far apart and children running free. So that's what makes me think of Colombia. He wanted to share his collection of books with the children and adults in the isolated villages in the distant hills, where books were scarce. That means most houses had none. Luis and his two burros began bringing books to the villages in 2000. He started with a collection of 70 books that has grown to almost 4,800 books, mostly from people donations. That means people giving books to him. Now, the Biblioburro travels to the hills every weekend. 300 people, more or less, look forward to borrowing the books that Luis brings. And there's a small corner of the world that is richer because of this. And they know a lot more things. They know a lot more stories than just where they live. This was really a great story, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And the next time we get together, I'm going to read you a story from yet another place in the world. So for now, this is Gammy. Good night. Sleep tight.